So today we're going to learn about some common string methods in Python. So string methods are useful to manipulate strings, as we will see in this video. So here we have string s, and if I type s dot, then we can see this drop-down list that contains all the string methods. So if I type the first method we want to talk about today as capitalize and run this, we can see that we don't get an output. Let's see this, those methods in action. I need to print and print this s.capitalize. And capitalize, what it does, it will convert the first character inside the string s, which is I, to be uppercase character, while the rest will be converted to be lowercase characters. So if I run this, we can see that we get the same, the result we talked about. The next method we have is upper, and what it does, it will convert all the characters inside the string s to be uppercase characters. So if I run this, we get string s in uppercase characters. The next method we have is upper. What it does, it will check if string s has only uppercase characters. So if I run this, we get false. But if I change the string to contain only uppercase characters, now if I run this, we get true. The next method we have is lower. What it does is the opposite of upper method. It will convert all the characters inside the string s to be lowercase characters. So if I run this, we get string s in lowercase characters. Now I'm gonna clear the terminal, and we will move on to the next method, which is lower. And what it does, it will check if all the characters inside string s are lowercase characters. So if I run this, we get false. But if I change this to be lowercase characters, and if I run this again, we get true. The next method we have is title. And what it does, it will convert the string s to be in the shape of a title. So if I run this, we can see that every character that a word starts with will be converted to uppercase character, while the rest of the characters will be converted to lowercase characters. So the next method we have is title. And what it does, it will check if string s the shape of a title. So if I run this, we get false. But if I change this to match the shape of a title, then code in Python. Now if I run this again, we get true. This has the shape of a title. The next method we have is space. What it does is it will check if we have an empty string. For example, if I delete this and just make a space there and run this, we get true. We have an empty string. So go back, and now I'm going to clear the terminal, and we have now the next method we have is numeric. And this method is useful to check if we have string s that is all in numbers, or it contains only numbers. So if I type 1, 2, 3, 4 and run this, we get true. But what about if we have a mixture of numbers and characters? Let's type some characters and run this again, we get false. So it has to be only numbers. So the next method is find, and as the name implies, this method will find us the index of any character we type here. For example, I want to find the index of character C. So if I print this, we get the index of 2. So when we are counting the index, we will start from the left and we will start from 0. So I gets the index of 0, this white space gets the index of 1, C gets the index of 2. Now, if I hover on this find, we can see that it returns -1 on failure. For example, if I want to find a character that's not included in this C string, then we will get -1. For example, I want to find W, which is not included in this string C, and if I run this, we get -1. That means this W character is not included in this C string. Now we have other options. We have, for example, here we have 3 options: start, sub, start, and end. So for example, if I want to find the index of C, but I want to make a domain for this search. For example, if I want this domain to start from 0, from the index of 0, and I want to end this domain or end the search at the index of 10. Now, if I run this, we get the same result. But if I change this, the starting point of this search, let's say from the index of 5, and if I run this, we get the index of -1. That means C is not included in this domain search that starts from the index of 5 and ends at the index of 10. Now, the next method we have is index. And what it does is the same as find, with one exception. If I hover on this, we can see it raises a value error when the substring is not found. So if first I'll clear this screen and let's run this to see first what will happen. Now we get the index of 2 if we are trying to find C, but if we want to find a character that's not included in the S string, then we get this value error. Substring is not found. I'm gonna go back to C, and index has also a domain for a search. For example, I will start this domain from this search domain will start from 0 and it will end at the index of 10. So if I run this, we get the same result as find, which is the index of 2. So the next method we have today is split. So first I'll delete this and type split. And what it does, it will split the string and put it inside a list. So if I run this, we can see that this string S was splitted according to the places of white space. And we get this string S in parts. So if I hover on this, we can see that we have 2 parameters. The first one is sep, the second one, which is maximum split. Let's try the first parameter, which is sep. And this sep, if I hover on this split again, sep is the separator used to split the string. So for example, if I want to separate the string according to the position of I can do that. Now, if I run this, we can see that we get a list and I is not included, and the position of I was used to split this string. Now the second parameter, which is maximum split, max split, and if I hover on this again, so maximum split max split. Here is maximum number of splits starting from the left and has the default value of -1. That means no limits. So for example, if I want just to use just one I to split the string, all I have to do is just type 1. And if I run this, we can see that only one I was used to split the string. But if I want to use two I's, is just type 2. And now we can see that two I's were used to split the string. Now the default value is -1, and this will use all the position of this character I to split the string. And it's the default value, so you don't need to include it if you're gonna type -1. So you have the same result if you don't specify the maximum split. Now the next method we have is split lines. So if I type split lines, and this method is useful to separate a string that has multiple lines. For example, if I have a string S1, if I make triple quotes and just copy this string, paste it here and make another string, and I should change this to be S1. Now if I run this, we can see that we get a list that contains parts of this string S1, and those parts are made according to the new line or the next line. So here we have the first line, which is an empty line, and then we have the second line, which is this one, and we have the third line, which is this one, and we have this space, which is the fourth line. Now if I hover on this, we can see that we have an option which is keep ends. Now this keep ends line breaks, as it says here, are not included in the resulting list unless keep ends is given. So if I give keep list true value, and if I run this, we can see that line breaks are included, and those line breaks are the one used to separate the string S1. Now the final method we have today is, let me delete this, is replace. And replace, what it does, it will replace one character with another character. For example, if I want to replace I with O, now I have to change this to S. Now this replace works with multiple lines and single line strings. So we can see that we run this on string S and we get this result. All the I's were replaced with O's. If I hover on this method, we can see that we have parameters, which is old, new, and count. Here, old is I, new is O, and count is the maximum number of occurrences to replace. -1 is the default value, means replace all occurrences. So if I want just to replace one I, all I have to do is type 1. And now if I run this, we can see that only one I was replaced. So what about if I want to replace two I's? Then I can do that. All I have to do is type 2 and run this again. We can see that two I's were replaced. in the default value, which is -1, and this -1 will replace all the occurrences of this I character. So this is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.